Hello again, this is Haley doing the virtual check-in number 2. Okay. So starting on this first question, I actually went ahead and kind of did it out on my paper right here, so I'm just gonna be reading from that kind of, but so for their equations, it looked like they set it up right. They added the implicit derivative after they took the implicit derivative. So they took the derivative of x squared plus c squared equals d squared, which is just the equation of a right angle triangle. And then they added the dz dt and the dx dt and the dd dt of which is the rates. So they added the related rates into there. So then I went and looked at how they figured out the time part of the question, and it looks like they did everything right. I pretty much got the same answers for that part. Ship A can travel 50 kilometers. But then what I also noticed is that down here they put in a -9, which I don't think is correct because they're not moving in a -9 direction. They're just moving west, which I don't think is negative. So I think that's where they messed up right there. And then also what they did was they solved for dd/dt, but they completely changed their equation that they had up here. So they should just be plugging in the x and the z and the d that they figured out already, and then putting in the rates for the x and z, and we don't have the d rate, which is what we're solving for. So that is where they messed up right here. They set it up weird, x over d and z over d, thinking maybe that's how they were solving for it, but they already solved for d up here, so it just doesn't make sense why they would do that. And they got 8.23 kilometers an hour, which is wrong because they have the -9 here, and then they also just completely set up the equation wrong, even though they had it up here. But I got the rate is 17.49 kilometers an hour, or 17.5 kilometers an hour. So they kind of understand related rates as a concept. I think they just, but also not really, because they didn't understand that this is the equation. You set up your equation here and then you solve down here for the unknown variables, and then you find the rate. And it's all related to each other because it's in a triangle and the triangle moves together. So I don't think that they understand the concept. Okay, so the next question, I kind of struggled with this one because I don't really understand why it is shaped this way, but kind of. So it looks like the blue line is the 1/3 x plus 2, which is just a straight up line. And then the integral is the area between the function f of x and the red curve. The input is a, and the output is what is happening to the graph. And I think that when a equals -6 right here, it looks like this because that's like the endpoint of the integral, because it goes from x to a. That's pretty much all I could think of for this one. I don't really know what else to say for it. yeah, so. And then this last one, I kind of wrote out all the numbers for all the math I did already on here, but I was a little confused of what, like how far down on the y-axis I go for the area, but these two black lines are the bases 2 and -2, so it goes from here to here. I just wasn't sure how far up and down I was supposed to go, so I kind of, it looks like a mess, but so it looks like we're subtracting off the red function, and I just kind of based the red function off from the red line and below. So I got 7.84 for this blue part, and then this whole triangle right here, the area would be 4, height of 4, base of 2, so it'd be 8, but subtract the 1.25 and 0.25 from these triangles from the red here, so I got a 6.5 for this lower part here with these triangles cut out because we're subtracting the red function. And then I just kind of broke these up into triangles and was able to read from the graph, the numbers and lines that are already there. And I got 1, 1, 2, and then this is pretty easy because it's just a height of 4 and a base of 2, so that's 8. So I just wasn't exactly sure how far down I was supposed to go, so I kind of just showed my thinking here. I did all the math on my paper here, but pretty much wrote it out. So if I were to take g of x, the black, and subtract the red, I don't know exactly, but this is what I would have put down, which I did. So, yep, I think that is all. And it looks like I took 7 minutes, so bye-bye.